50 on.
Well, got it all ready.
We on?
We're on.
We live?
We live.
Time to rock and roll.
Just getting a little geared up.
Geared up.
Here we go again, guys. Yeah. Hope y'all liked the first episode. We're back out here again trying to chase down these thunder chickens and yeah, it's a little tip for you here. Whenever you're packing your stuff, remember to put your camel pants back in there.
It's all right. We're blue jeaning it.
Yeah, blue jeaning on in this one, so.
It's a little bit more greened up since we were here last. So.
I'm gonna stand out like a stop sign.
you got a little bit more cover.
Yeah.
Be all right.
But what are you gonna do? You know, you forget your camo pants. You just gonna quit and go home?
Never.
Nope. We're gonna
get after
start working this creek and chase down these birds. So.
Yeah, guys, we'll do the same thing kind of we did the last time we were out here. We're gonna do, and like the Rockin' 22 Ranch, we'll do the same kind of work the creek, do some calling, see if we get an answer, and just start at one end. We're gonna work completely down the other end of the creek, and hopefully we get a call back, get an answer, and get set up and get a little action for you. So stay with us.
Nothing yet.
I hear nothing. I do hear the thermocell working.
Yes.
The gnats aren't as bad this time. Dusty remembered the thermocell.
Oh yeah, baby. Well, we shall move on. Well, still no response.
Be quiet.
Yep. Still no response. It's pretty warm today, but
that's what we're thinking. Maybe they're treed up.
yeah, they're brushed up somewhere, cooling off.
We did see one tom as we were coming in, pulling in here. So, I mean, we'd have quite a ways to try and pull them across to get to us, but as of right now, we're kind of thinking that may be the game plan that we need to probably go after, because we haven't seen anything moving, haven't heard anything. Like we said, it may just be a little early in the day or a little too warm for them, but we know they're out here. I mean, we've seen numbers of them out here before, so we just can't get them. Can't get them to talk right now, so.
Yeah, that's the thing about hunting. You come up with a game plan and you stick to it. Ours is to call and move. We're just looking for that one to finally respond. So that's what we're gonna do now. We've worked part of this creek bottom, so we're going to loop around, and we got a whole other group of trees and creek over here where we saw that one tom, and just keep easing along and calling. I mean, it just takes that one bird, so that's all we can do. Just keep on going.
Well, we spotted the birds. They're just on the opposite side of our fence line that we're on our neighbor's place. And of course, as luck would have it, we're sitting here about probably at 45 minutes until they're probably going to be roosting up. So that is exactly where they're headed. They're headed to go roost for the night. So looks like we're probably going to have to pull the old plug on this hunt and call it a day and come back and try another day. So
that's hunting for you. But you know what? Getting out in the woods and having a good time, it was still a blast. Getting out here, calling them birds, and I'd do it again tomorrow. Same results. I'd still do it again. It's just, it's hard to explain. Anybody that hunts, it's just, you know what it's like being out in the woods. It's a good feeling.
Yep. So
blessed to be able to do it.
Just staying with it. So
we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one. All right. Well, we have made it back to the Rockin' 22 Ranch. Gonna go round number 2 out here.
Oh yeah.
Just pulled up. Man, we got a gorgeous day. It's nice, overcast, kind of cool. A little bit breezy, but it's been misting, and man, it's just been gorgeous all day long. Cool weather, so it's not gonna be the 80, 90 degrees like it was last time we were here.
We remembered all our gear.
Got all our gear. We got the thermocell. We got bug spray.
Check.
Got the new decoys or the different decoys. So we're gonna come out here and hopefully try and find these birds again. So stay with us. Well, we've gotten back in here. We're gonna set up here and look down on this creek bottom where this pond was at. See if we can spot anything right now. So we're just gonna sit up here and do a little glassing for a little bit and see what we can find.
Nothing.
You know what I see? I see a workover rig. Made it to the glass spot number 3.
Where are you hiding?
We were talking on the way over here. It's amazing how 40, 50, 60 birds can just up and just disappear.
Alright guys, we spotted a group of birds down this whole canyon bottom right down through here. The way they are, wouldn't be able to get set up anywhere to where we can call them without getting busted and where they can still hear us. So we are almost really sure where they're going to end up. So we come up with a little game plan. We go down through this bottom here and we're going to set up some decoys, do some calling, and they should travel in our path. So that's kind of our game plan right now. Not a lot of birds moving right now. Not really sure where they're at. So that's the plan we have right now. So we're gonna stick to it. Looks pretty promising. Kind of ease down here in this bottom, kind of on the other side of this water hole. Try to find a good place to set up. Is it bad? I flinch every time there's a bullfrog jump.
I did too. Okay.
Boy, this is looking a pretty good place to set up in here. picked our spot.
Ready to rock and roll.
Well, guys, got a little late on us, so we gathered up our stuff and slipped off before we busted anything on the roost. Saw some birds, but they
tricked us.
They tricked us.
They pulled the slip. They went the opposite way.
Went the opposite way.
Where we thought they were going to end up being, because last time we were out here, we sat up where they should have been going across, and they didn't do it. They went on the opposite side. So we had a good setup. It's just they were just right on that verge of right out of the distance, and also there were some trees and everything else blocking the way. So it was difficult. So
and we fought the hen game.
Yeah.
Had a nice tom come in just a little bit ago by himself, gobbling to us, strutting, working his way to us. The group of hens just down the creek from us went back to calling against me, and they sounded hotter.
Yeah, he liked her better.
So he went right by us, just out of range, and kept right on going. Well, that's a wrap for this evening. So we'll get another hunt in this weekend and have a tom to show you here for too long. So stick with us. We'll see you soon.
Well, guys, we've made it back out here again. We actually stumbled across a place. The landowner's wanting some of his turkeys thinned out, so we figured we would oblige him and come out here and see if we can't drop a couple. But got a pretty good place close to the river, so we're gonna see if we can't get us a couple down. But stay with us, and hopefully we'll have some good footage here in a minute.
Chase them thunder chickens.
Time to chase them.
I think he was close enough.
I think he was close enough. Well, we got a bird down, folks.
What a bird.
So Dusty, tell us what happened there.
All right, guys. We're here early, so we're just kind of sitting. This piece of property is not huge. I mean, it's big, but there's only so many places you can sit. So we're kind of just hanging out a little bit, gonna kill a little bit of the time, look for some birds. And I stand up because I want to stretch and look behind me.
So
and let me just show you where we were sitting.
This is where we're sitting. We're set up right here.
I'm sitting here. I stand up to stretch. That tom is right here.
So here and there.
Never made a noise.
10 foot, guys.
Never
Came
made
in
a
quiet.
noise. Nothing. I freeze because he's right there. I'm stood up in the open. He luckily looks the other way, and I hurry up and sit down. I don't know, and that would have never worked in a million years had I tried it. But he stayed behind us. We probably have been sitting here 30, 45 minutes with that bird behind us. I called one more time, and it just stayed silent. And he couldn't take it anymore. He come right into the decoy, as y'all saw.
Yeah, he put on a show.
And then I couldn't get him to stick his head up so I could shoot him, calling at him and everything, and he didn't care. He loved those sisters sitting over there.
Yeah, the close shot, guys. He's probably, so that's where we were at.
15 yards.
He walked through right here, right there. So yeah, that was insane. Insane.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at the spurs on this joker. Look at that. Got the best spurs we've had this year.
Yep.
Nice.
Not far.
Big beard on him. This sucker was dragging the ground.
He's nice.
Beautiful bird. He lost a few tail feathers.
Yeah.
Big sucker.
Shoot, yeah. Now it's time for
Now we're gonna switch shooters.
round 2.
We still got a couple hours till dark. We'll switch shooters and go again.
Stay with us, guys.
Yes, sir. Hit him again.
Not hitting another shell in case he
Yep.
gets up.
Yeah, that he knew something was up.
Yeah, I missed that first one.
Yeah, he knew something was up. I thought he was gonna keep coming in.
I did too.
When he threw his
It
head
was
up and started
me.
walking off.
Well, it was me because I rushed. I got up quick and I spun.
Oh, he saw you move.
And he saw me move. I should have just let him keep coming in just a little bit more, but it is what it is. But I think he's down.
I think I see him right there.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, I see him.
Get this buckle here.
I heard 2 more gobble over the hill
You did?
after you shot.
Glad we were shooting these big loads.
Those big heavy loads.
He was out there.
Yep.
Yeah, he's down.
Well,
Second shot. We got him.
yeah,
He's nice, guys. He's got a good old probably 10, 11-inch beard on him. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
oh yeah, he's got a stud of a beard on him.
he's a good one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you didn't knock as many feathers out of the tail fan as I did.
No. Nope. Yeah, he's good.
That was a good bird.
He was a good bird.
Beautiful bird.
Yes, he is, man.
Well, we still got plenty of time.
Still
That
got
was
lots of daylight left.
30
guys.
minutes after I shot mine. We called this one in. And we still got several gobbling over the hill. So, we don't mean to seem greedy or nothing, but Hadley still got 2 tags. I got 1, and
See what we can do.
we're already in the woods. Might as well keep hunting.
See what we can do.
So,
So,
man, what a beautiful day. Well, what do you think, Had?
well, I think we're gonna call it a day. So we got 2 down. Heard a couple gobbling, but it's one of those deals. They're a long ways away, and sun's starting to get a little bit lower. We got 2 down, so I mean we can't be too greedy. But no, it's been a good hunt. I mean one of them came in silent, super close. The other one that came in missed the first shot. Well, might have peppered him, but got him followed up with a follow-up shot. Got him dropped. It was good. I mean, it was humid, cool breeze now, but we'll probably wrap it up, and that's a pretty successful spring turkey season, if you ask me. So
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. So we're gonna get these birds taken care of, and we'll see you in the recap. So see you soon. Well, here we go again.
We're back.
Episode 2. Hunting in river bottom Rios.
Had another good couple of weeks of hunting. Successful again.
Very blessed.
Blessed again, yes, absolutely. It was kind of a mix of weather for us this go around. Kind of a swing from a high whenever we were at our first place. I mean, 80s, 90s, it was pretty warm. To whenever we went to the Rockin' 22, and then at the last place where we ended up getting the birds, it was more cool, but yet the last day was humid.
For our area, it's been a change in the weather. Like, we don't normally get this much rain, and it's been raining the past couple weeks.
Yes,
every day.
Yes.
And that's been a challenge for us too. Like, every chance we get a time, let's go hunting, and it's gonna rain.
Yeah. And with both of our work schedules, it kind of makes it hard to kind of get everything planned out. But luckily, we were able to get everything kind of lined up to where we could make it work, and got her done. So
let's kick it off with day 1. We were hunting the same place that we shot them 2 birds on in the last episode. We got both neighboring properties there beside each other, able to hunt, and it was weird. Like, we had the past few days before, it had been storming, a lot of thunderstorms, lightning and everything, high winds, and then we had a pretty day. So we head out there, and we don't see anything.
Nothing.
And they're normally always around. Like,
it was crazy. That's, I mean, like he had said, I mean, we knew that there were numbers there, and we pretty much had an idea where they hung out, where they'd be at. and we just never saw any birds.
No,
I mean,
like
never.
We was out there a long time, most of the day, and just not much. It was real quiet, nothing talking. So we quit calling and just started moving around and glassing, getting high and looking, and finally there to the last bit of the evening, we see them. We see a couple toms, and they've got a lot of hens.
A lot.
Do not care that we're there, and they're several hundred yards onto the neighboring property.
Yep.
And it gets to the point they're going to go to roost. So.
Yep.
It was still a great time. We were out. I can go hunting and not see anything. Still have a blast.
Yep.
So I mean, it was still good. Having a great time. So.
Yep. Yep.
But it was hot.
It was hot that day. It was very hot. I mean it. I don't know. It's one of those things. We thought that they were brushed up somewhere, and it ended up, yes, they were. But like Dusty said, they were on the neighboring property, and we just sat there and waited, hoping maybe they would come over onto us, and we might be able to make a slip on them and get in there and get one called in. But we just ended up running out of time, and it just still a good hunt. I mean, it was fun. We had a good time. So.
Yeah, then we get the opportunity to go back to the Rockin' 22, which is always a blast. That range is incredible.
Yes.
It's beautiful. And,
yes, good road trip.
Good road trip.
Taco Bell.
That's our go-to.
That's our go-to. So
wives don't care for it, but when we go hunting, we stop at Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
But we was kind of worried about that one too. Like it's from where we live, it's about an hour and a half away, and it rained the whole way.
The whole way there.
But we're determined, like that weather, it's gonna go away. It's gonna go away. But luckily it did. We got there and it stayed cloudy and cool, but
yeah, it was nice. It was a nice overcast. Cool.
We struggled with the birds.
And we struggled there too. It was the same kind of thing. I mean, we knew the birds were there. We knew the numbers were there. We knew pretty much where they hung out, where they were at the last time we were there, and
we checked all the obvious places where they're normally hanging out, where they're always milling around at the ponds and in the trees and everything. And the rancher does have some fields down there that the birds kind of like to hang on, and they wasn't even there.
No.
And so in some of that footage, you'll see we go up. What do you call it? Lookout.
It's the point is what they call it. Yeah.
We get up the highest point of the ranch, which is up on the bluffs, and we glassed for a long time.
Yeah, we did. Moved around, walked that whole top of that canyon, and just try to get different vantage points of like this side of the canyon, and then the other side of the canyon, and then the back side of the canyon, kind of where they walk that creek bed back towards this pond, and we just never really got eyes on them until right there towards the end we seen them. And that's why, like in the video you seen, we were talking about getting set up where we think that they more than likely were going to be heading.
Yep.
And yes, that is where they went.
They pulled the slip on us.
But like we said,
that pond in the first episode where they're hanging out down around that pond and there's lots of turkeys, that's where we were set up. It's not on the roost, but they like to hang around right there. So it's perfect. That's where they're going to head, because that's the canyon they were taking.
Yeah.
So we go set up there, and where I had shot the bird at the Rockin' 22, down that creek, a ways from the pond, that's where they went this time.
It was just.
It's like someone sent an email to the birds saying don't go to the pond.
No, I know, it was crazy, and the bad thing is in the video you'll see that one tom that was strutting in those trees. Well. Mm-hmm. Dusty and I were sitting there back and forth for probably, 20 minutes? 10, 20 minutes probably? Well, what do you think? Should we set up here? We should set up over here? Well, we had decided we were going to set up in those trees where that tom was at. Well, we got to looking and we were like, well, camera reasons, we were like, I don't know if we're going to be able to film into the light, because we thought they were going to be coming down in between us and the sun setting. Well, had we set up in that trees like we had wanted at the beginning, we could have had a shot at that bird.
That group of trees that tom walked right through is where we were going to originally set up.
But we did see, there's hope for next year there.
We called in a lot of jakes.
There was a lot of jakes in there, and you saw that in the video too. I mean, it was.
And we didn't video them every time. We called that group of jakes in 4 different times.
Yeah, 4 different times. They came in within 20, 30 yards every time. Yeah. It was pretty.
Every time we was going to get up and move, they'd gobble. And we didn't know it was jakes, so we'd sit down and here they come. Them stinking jakes again.
Got ready to leave at one point, and that's exactly what happened. We get up and we're going over to pick up the decoys, and we hear one gobble, so we just in a panic just sit down and just try and get up in between in a bush, and like, oh, okay, we're good, just leaning up bunched against each other, and And they came in over the hill or on that dam, and it ended up being all those jakes again. But it was that Tom, when he came in,
we had him.
We had him coming.
Had him.
The bad thing is there was 3 hens on that side where he was at, probably a couple 50, 60 yards maybe.
Yeah, just around that little berm.
Around the little berm.
They were very vocal.
And they were talking. Well, we were talking too. Well, we got him to come in. Well, then we stopped. Well, then they started up again, and he just went on a beeline straight up there to him.
I think he could see him too. The way he acted, he saw him.
Yeah, because
our decoys were lower, and he couldn't.
Yeah,
see him.
he couldn't quite see him,
So,
but
yeah, that was weird for that ranch. I mean, normally we see birds in 3 or 4 different places on that ranch. There's several hundred birds up there.
Yes, there's a lot of birds.
For some reason, the weather. All these storms we've been having, I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
I'm not for sure either, but I mean, you'd almost think that it would.
That's the only difference.
That's it. Yeah, that was it.
But,
so.
And then we lucked out. Ran into a lady that owns some property that is just covered in turkeys, and she wants them thinned out because they're everywhere. So.
Yeah, and I messed up on the video too. I said the landowner was a him, well, it was actually a her.
Yeah, she's a sweet lady and was able to. She gave us permission to go out there and it's the first time we've been on that property.
Yes.
We didn't get to do any scouting,
None.
looking around, so we just took off.
Kind of looked around.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be where they might come through. Sat down, put the decoy out, and called a few times. And then we're out there early enough, so we're just going to kill a little bit of time. I'm actually watching a turkey hunt on my phone.
Passing a little time.
Yeah, he's playing on his phone, and I keep hearing wings flop behind us. Well, then I see birds fly up when that happens. So
well, we don't think anything of it.
Thinking quail or something playing around behind us.
Yeah.
And I don't, no gobbling, no nothing. So I'm going to stand up and stretch. My legs were going numb. I stand up, and this Tom is full strut, 10 foot behind us.
Dusty does the whole
I
freeze move.
I don't really know what to do.
My thing was where I'm sitting at, I didn't know if it was like a bobcat or if it was or what it was. I was not thinking turkey because I just didn't figure that it would be that close with us talking like we were. Yep. And watching that video, I was like, that's not a turkey. And I seen him freeze. I was like, it's either a neighbor's dog or the landowner's dog, because landowner's dogs weren't very friendly. Well, they were, but only when the landowner was around. So I was like, it's got to be something else. And then I see him sit down, and he's like, he's right there. I was like, what? Yeah, he's right behind us. And I couldn't see him.
I don't think when I said he's right there, he realized he's right there.
Right there.
I could have touched him with the barrel of my gun through the trees. He was, and for some odd reason, like when I froze, luckily I think the sun being behind us helped. Like he really couldn't pick me out. But he turned around and looked back the other way, and that's when I took the opportunity to sit down.
Yep.
I didn't know if he run off because that tree we were sitting there was real thick behind us.
Yep.
So I sat there, did a few real soft calls, and then I practiced on this one because on that last episode, I get excited. I want to keep calling them if they're calling back.
Right.
So I made myself go silent.
And it worked.
It worked.
It was
insane. Caught a glimpse. Like I turned and looked as hard as I could without stepping around from the tree, and he was still there.
Yep.
We sat there 30 minutes without calling.
At least, yeah.
And I could still hear him kind of drumming and flopping his wings behind us. And I guess he couldn't take it anymore. He came right into the decoy.
Put on an awesome show too. Yeah. Awesome show. It was really neat.
Yeah, and then when he got to the decoy, I wanted to shoot him. I called, putted at him.
I tried to, and
I even made a goofy call, just something to catch his attention, and nothing. He didn't care. Finally, he poked his head out.
And he was
about 15 yards probably.
Yes, yeah.
Beautiful Tom. Had a little over 1 inch spurs on him, about 11-inch beard.
Yeah.
Beautiful bird.
He was nice, very nice. So.
The fortunate thing on that was he come in by himself.
Yes, he did.
So we hurried up, did that little bit of footage looking at the bird, and then moved him and hit him in the trees by us, sat up again and went back to calling.
Switch shooter set up, and what was it? Probably within 30 minutes after Dusty got his.
Got a few distant gobbles.
One here, you see one just pop his head up over the hill. We're like, I think that's one right there. Well, we couldn't tell if it was a Jake, if it was a Tom, so we're like, I don't know, let's wait and see. Well, then he just took off running with you, and then you could see his beard, and we're like, oh yeah, it's a Tom.
Yeah, we got a few distant gobbles, and this is where I really practiced that going silent. And I know some people like it. It doesn't always work, but in that footage, I mean, you really can't argue with the results on it.
No.
I had a few distant gobbles. I could tell the bird was a long ways off. And then when he got within about 150 yards, maybe,
Yeah.
I was calling to him. I got him to gobble 2 or 3 times, and then I just went quiet. And he panic gobbled.
Yes, he did.
After a little bit. And then the next time he gobbled, we could see him.
We could see him.
And then I still didn't talk back to him. And he ran to us. He saw the decoy.
Yep.
And I just stayed silent the whole time, and he strutted all the way in to about
sidestepping all the way in. He was probably 20, 25 yards, probably
20 yards, probably
something like that, and came in. And this was my mistake. He came in, and the way he was coming in, we were almost certain he was going to come right into the decoy, just like Dusty's bird did.
Yeah, he was acting just like he was going to.
So I was just going to sit back and just kind of wait. Well, I'd made the mistake, and I didn't get set on him while he was coming in, and I seen him making his way. While he was making his way towards the decoy, I decided to go ahead and turn. Well, instead of an easy turn, I just shifted my weight, thinking he wasn't going to see it, thinking he was interested in the decoy, and that's when you see him stop, lift his head up, and then turn, and I just put the BB on him and fired, and I think the trees that were in the view might have deferred some of the bullets a little bit, or deflected the bullets a little bit, but it looked like it peppered him.
I know he got hit just the way he acted.
Yeah.
But it's just with the way we hunt, we owe it to that animal to make a follow-up shot.
Absolutely.
Because we all make mistakes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Whether you're archery, rifle, I mean, a bad shot's going to happen.
Yep.
We practice a lot so it don't. But we knew the bird, we was pretty sure he was hit.
Yeah.
And after watching the footage, we know he was hit some.
Yeah.
Hadley did perfect. I took into the buddy mode and quit filming. Like,
we didn't get the follow-up shot on there, but
I was grabbing my shotgun to help out.
Yeah.
But Hadley made a great follow-up shot and knocked him down. And like I said, we as hunters owe it to those animals.
Absolutely.
To, of course, make the most ethical shot first. But that's sometimes not always going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But we owe it to that animal to make a quick follow-up shot and try to knock him down.
Yep.
And then, if he does get away, to keep pursuing him until we do get him down.
Yes. Yeah.
But Hadley did perfect. Knocked the bird down within 30 yards of where we were sitting. Like, he didn't make it.
No.
But just past.
No, because he got up and he wasn't flying or anything. He just got up and was kind of just trotting, and he opened up in the clearing, and I was able to get a good, clean follow-up shot on him. And
I hit the stop on the record probably 10 seconds before the follow-up shot.
Yeah.
Like, it was quick.
Yeah.
And he was another great bird.
He was a good bird. Yeah, he ended up, he was about an inch spurs probably, but his beard ended up being right at 11 inches. I mean, he was nice. Good fan, pretty fan.
Yeah, he had more feathers.
Yeah, he had a few more feathers than Dusty's did.
Kind of blew a few out of mine, but I mean, that's the way it goes. But when we knocked him down, I think it's a great spring season.
It's been great. We got 5 birds.
Yeah, I knocked 3 down. You knocked 2 down.
Yep.
And I mean, we only got to hunt half the season.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't get all our equipment to start filming this until turkey season was halfway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't ask for a better season.
No,
than that.
absolutely not. It was great.
Successful. Yeah. I mean, the memories we make while we're hunting, it's awesome.
It was a good time. Really good time.
Yeah, can't ask for anything better than that.
No.
Like I said, we got when we were actually at the Rockin' 22, while we were searching for birds, we found several good locations for mule deer.
Lots of good locations for mule deer, and I've been out at that ranch quite a bit, seeing how it's my aunt and uncle's place, and this spot where we were glassing at, I'd never really been up on, and we seen a lot of good sign up there, so that kind of gives us hope for our mule deer season coming up. Well, I say coming up, but this year's mule deer season, maybe get over there and try and get us one. But
we got a few fishing trips this summer, and then September 1st starts dove season. That's when deer season or dove season, and then elk hunting, and then deer. That's when the hunting season in Texas kind of takes off.
Yeah.
So
we'll have a lot of that information as well too.
So if there's anything you guys want to see, anything you want to know, just hit them comments.
Yep.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Subscribe to us, and check us out on. We got an Instagram,
Instagram,
YouTube page, so-
YouTube. We haven't gotten the Facebook
No, haven't
deal
got
done
Facebook
yet,
yet.
but we do have an Instagram page, and it's just
And
Cross
here
Eye
for-
Outdoors.
Here for too long, we'll have a bunch of hats and stuff.
Yeah, we'll have some. We'll have a few merch items, so it'll be a good deal. So
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, remember to love God, love your neighbor, and love the outdoors.
thanks,
See
guys.
you on the next one.